You're probably reading the title, clicked onto this thing into yourself. What kind of turbo virgin is questioning how these fictional pocket creatures, how they, you know.
That is disgusting.
And the answer to your question, me. And thousands of others who I'm sure would rather not publicly say, so I will be your cringe martyr. But the answers I'm looking for are different. I was typing up a script for some other video, right? I was trying to write some kind of joke about electrodes being like a guy on the brink of orgasm, you know, because when they explode, come. And then from there, your man just clocked. How do they, you know, how do you nut? How do you boys pork each other? How do you bump fuzzies? Do you just bash together like a game of conkers? Do you jam your fingers into its eye and mouth and bowl? Or more likely whack out the Jayhawk Dragon Bowling Ball ramp for this wham size 146 ball down an alley until Voltorbs come out the other side of the machine? I reckon they both screech at each other and see who nuts first. The loser beta trode has to take custody of the Torb they've smashed out. But canonically, like seriously, just for a moment, seriously you guys. How does Voltorb nut and be nutted in for the purpose of breeding and continuing the Voltorb species? How? How? Answer me that, Dexter. Don't give me that cop-out ditto answer. I want to see the action. Like my man, Pocket Breeder Brock. He knows what's up. Man knows where the money is. We've got Birch, who specializes in habitats. Professor Hardbody's specialty is attacks, I think. We need a scientist, a professor, who specializes in the nuts. I guess Olm kinda does. He does eggs and babies, doesn't it? No way. The amount of complete bollocks I chat on this channel, I can't really figure you out, Voltorb. The most conventional method answer I can come up with is two electrodes spin dash into each other until one of them pops open like an actual Pokeball, and hordes of Voltorb just spill out of them. It's a weird one, because it was discovered when Pokeballs were introduced, and its components aren't found in nature. So it's near canon that Voltorb is some malfunctioned Pokeball. It's very much man-made, at least to begin with. And that just makes it even more confusing that something which didn't spawn naturally has a way of spawning more of them. The man-made mon can reproduce without the man you just made. The same goes for Magnemite. I know they fused together to forge Magneton, but spawning that original Magnemite is a bit of a mystery, gang. This is a species that could get wiped out by a fridge door. Ruh-roh. They can't be taking the risk of getting stuck around. They've got to keep the numbers pumped up. They've got to get right in on that anti-grav coitus. Chuck two of them together like a pair of oids and see if they make the oids noise. The noise being a screeching baby magnet. And how about unknown? They're kind of mythical, but there's thousands of them floating around. Wonder if there's a tier system they've got in place. All those pieces railing to go at it with that thick, curvy O piece. Maybe they want to keep it simple and go straight for that duh. Maybe someone get weird with it. They want to see what kind of freaky things they can pull off with that V piece. Yeah, nah, I reckon this one's pretty underwhelming. Like, they just split apart or multiply, or just constantly spill out of Arceus in his 3D printer. And speaking of underwhelming, what's the Spoink gonna do? How is the pig whose heart collapses when it stops bouncing gonna survive? I would just wait this one out. I just hope my cardio could last until I evolve into a Grumpig, and then this pig can get to porking. That's the best course of action for the survival of the Spoink species if you ask me. This race can't afford to take the risk of falling into that post-nut sleep. And on that note, what's a genderless Baltoy gonna do to keep a species alive? Actually, no, what's a Baltoy gonna do at all? Baltoy's a sideman. How's this prehistoric Beyblade gonna spawn us some more of him? As if any of us asked. And Claydol. Oh, that's a piece of work. Not the most appealing on the eye. Hate to see that in this sport, I'll tell you that much. Even if it could breed, he ain't getting any action. Jinx wouldn't even put you on his mantelpiece, you're that crap looking. My guess? That they have to clay model themselves and then boot each other up using Psybeam, right? It has to be self-made. It has to be. No one's gonna mate with what looks like somebody tried elbow painting one of the Reggies. Alright, I've no idea how this paperweight hasn't died off yet. What do you boys do? Kiss each other? Or does Dexter load you up like Binnacle, the incel Pokemon? This Pokemon mates with its own hand. Oh, that's rough. That's right, that Binnacle burial. You gotta relax, Dexter. Getting a bit too cocky. This is why they're nerfing you in Gala. What I wanna know is, do you nut separately or as one entity? Because I'm pretty sure this counts as two Pokemon who live inside of a lone rock. And while we're talking about Kalos, how's a pair of keys gonna... Wait. No, you know, Dittos must have the best time breeding, you know, when they're not being kneed like a piece of dough down the local daycare on the daily. Guarantee you, there'd be so many Dittos just hooking up on the daily basis, hitting up a random number generator and seeing how weird things get. I mean, why not stop there? They'd probably all breed with each other, just every Pokemon. Like, if a Machamp wants to smash a Dunsparce, all 4 hands are on that trigger. One day, Machamp's gonna be on Tinder swiping 500 times a second, and then he's gonna super like a big beefy Buzzswole, take him to Nando's for the pre-smash, commence smash, and then the offspring of that is gonna smash everything. Every single Pokemon. Bar Arceus, assuming he has half of his plates flex taped to him and the other half flex sealed to his digestive system. Thankfully for Dunsparce, and for the rest of that world, that looks to be a chastity belt around the toned waist of Machamp. That stands for purity, and you sinful harlots best follow suit, lest ye want an afterlife in the distortion world. It's where all the horny Voltorb go.